How's it going, Sean?
It's going okay.
Yeah.
I will say this is our traditional bonus episode,
Yes,
uh,
indeed.
and as you may have heard from the last one, this is 4 years of us doing these shows, and I don't know, I don't know if Gastor knows what bonus means. Bonus is usually like a little extra thing. It's not always promised, and Gastor for Gastor it is promised.
Oh.
Oh, so it's always funny. He's like, "Yeah, we'll do this for the bonus," and I'm like, "You mean for the second?"
Yeah, like I've thought about you know, it was supposed to be like a thing we did up top
Mhm.
for like the first couple weeks. But I was like, yeah, we too far in now. I don't know how to not do this.
Nope, it's in now. This is it.
It's there. The only reason only thing I've considered, but then it would just be chaos.
Mhm.
It's the fact that like these are technically episodes, but they're not
Yes.
numbered as episodes.
No.
They're bonus. So like when you see at first glance, it looks like we've only done like 200. We've done like 400 episodes.
Right, yeah.
What's up?
That's what's wild. I think there's something about using the word bonus that just doesn't in your brain, it doesn't click like, "Yeah," so I'm looking, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no, we've done like 200, that's great, yeah, yeah."
Yeah,
And then I'm like, "Oh, wait, but the other ones are like that number point 0.5." So honestly and
yeah,
sometimes they are the same length.
straight up.
So, like
Sometimes we've had issues, and it takes me longer to edit the main episode, so I just flip them, and you
right,
get the bonus first.
because
Nobody said anything.
Nope. Yeah. So
Real talk.
anywho, a bonus can be whatever you want it to be, is
Real talk, B.
basically that's my, self-help talk of the episode, I think. A bonus can be whatever you want it to be.
Oh man, it's a bonus in our heart, is what we
Yeah.
get. You know what I mean? This is the bonus is what also makes it easier for me the few times we can't do an episode.
True.
Admittedly, like like I am very much like once we on a ship, we going forward,
Mhm.
and like that's the bonus is like what's allowed me to be like, all right, we can't fix this. I'm okay with the fact that like they're only getting one episode this week.
Right, yes.
Like that's really like helped me be okay with that moment and not be like, all right, I'm gonna spend the rest of this day figuring out this technological issue.
Right.
So yeah, I am appreciative of the bonuses, but they aren't bonuses. Yeah, like I just think they're just episodes.
They're just episodes.
But I was trying to think of like what we do. I think um there are some subtle differences.
Okay.
Um the articles tend to be sillier.
Yeah, usually.
You know what I
Usually,
mean? They're
yeah.
usually sillier,
Mhm.
for a variety of reasons, but one of them being that like I can't have a time sensitive, serious
Right.
article.
On something that may
It's
not
like could be a
be.
week later. Yeah, like the
Right.
news could have changed.
Mhm.
Like we deal with that with the main episode.
All the time.
Yeah. So I try to get sillier stuff or like this is also tends to be the more animal or food episode. Not every time, but
Not
that
every
tends
time,
to be
sure.
what lands.
Right.
Uh I I it's not intentional, but I also have noticed that it's the more emo episode.
Is it?
Yeah, like if you and I have like a talk, it's
Uh-huh.
usually on the bonus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I think like
Oh,
we got the gunk out first episode,
okay. The
and then the
gunk.
second episode is like, yo, you good? You know,
The gunk out. Oh
you know what I
boy.
mean? It's like
Sure.
it's like writing your pages, like the artist way. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
sure. I should do that.
You ever
Uh,
done the artist way?
no, I haven't. You know why? Because they're like start your day by writing, and I don't start my day with writing.
Oh,
I
how do you
start
start
my
your day?
uh late.
Okay.
I late usually. But I'm more likely to end a day with writing.
Oh,
um, than start because my body isn't awake yet, and
yeah.
so I'm my handwriting is I'm not gonna know what I've written. Like it'll bother me how weak my hands are
Right,
first
right.
thing. So I'd rather do it at the end of the day, and then I am summing up what happened in that day. Because I kinda wake up I don't do, like, a retrospective like, I don't wake up and think about what the day will be
Right.
or anything like that. I wake up like, "Oh, I gotta go to this stupid thing." And then I get up and get going, and then, like, in the shower, I'm concentrating on what I'm going to wear that day, because if
Right.
I don't get that down, that's, like, 30 more minutes that I'm going to be late. And then I just barrel through the day, and so at the end of the day, I gotta write stuff out that's just like, "Here's
Huh.
what here's what happened and what that may mean." So, yeah, so I can't and then I fall asleep while doing that, so I can't, like, just do 30 minutes of writing and first thing in the d
Yeah,
forget
that is
about it.
wild. I
But I get how it would get juices flowing in the same way that I understand where if you got up to work out first thing, that
right.
helps people or eat breakfast or any of those things. I understand how all of those things could help you move towards a great day, but
Yeah.
I'm much more of a, "Where are my keys?" as I'm trying to eat a cereal bar and running late kind of person.
Yo, I've had workout on the as the first thing on my to-do list for like a solid 8 months.
Okay,
It never
alright.
happens first. If
Yeah.
I do it at all. It is always the thing I do last or
Mhm.
the thing I don't get to in my to-do list. I got to figure that out.
Right,
I
right.
moved it to first because everyone was like, you know, what I mean, you got to get it out the way. And I get up, I look at the time, I'm like, I could just sleep another hour and do that later every single morning.
Oh, yeah, see, that's no good. The
I got
main
to
thing
figure
that
that
I
out.
do, first thing in the day, maybe that is a get it out of the way, is, like, eat salad for breakfast, if I
Mm,
do that, because I'm ravenous when I wake up, and I know I need to eat some sort of leafy green. So let's just do that first thing, and I'm
yeah,
taking care of it, and then it's
that's
candy
kind of
corn
dope.
for the rest of the day. Yeah, you put a little turkey sausage on, and balsamic vinaigrette on, mixed greens, you're good.
Huh.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna add
Yeah.
that. I've been
Yeah.
doing good with the water in the morning. That I've
Oh,
pivoted.
sure.
Like I've been waking up. You see my jug every now and then during the episodes now.
Right.
I've gotten really good at like drinking water for the first like half of the day, and
Mhm.
drinking like a big cup right out of bed.
Right, yeah,
Like I
they say
wake up,
that's
I
good.
go there, I drink a big like glass of water. It does a few things like it gets the water in, reminds me to brush my teeth because it makes me taste the nasty overnight. So I'm like, all right,
Right.
yeah, you gotta get rid of this. And I go brush my teeth and then I can start my day.
Mhm.
I like it. I gotta add the greens. I like that. That's a good pivot.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
do it while you're hungry. You're
Yeah.
hungry, you'll eat anything,
Right.
including what's good for you. So
Real talk. And this is why it's a bonus. You see?
yeah, I mean, I still feel like you'll get these tips on a regular, but yes, no, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? We got y'all, teaching y'all. You know what I mean? Let's get into the news. Kicking us off. New York City to control the rat population with birth control pills instead of poison. That's right. We hinted at this before with the old article. It's officially going into motion. New York City's fight against rats has entered the furry beasts' bedrooms. That's right. New York Post is in full effect. With the city council approving a measure to lace rat traps with rodent birth control. The bill, which was passed Thursday, green lighted a program that will put contraceptive pellets called Contrapest in special rat accessible containers across parts of the city. If all goes well with the plan, rats will ingest the contraceptive and become sterilized, thus preventing them from filling city streets with successive generations of the scamperers. The bill was dubbed Flacco's Law.
I
Oh,
can't. I
yo, after the famed owl of the same name who escaped from Central Park Zoo in 2023, captured the hearts of New Yorkers and was then tragically found dead after consuming rat poison. Oh,
Flacco's Law? I
yo.
This city, I swear to God, this city.
Real I thought that's not what I thought it was. I thought Flacco was like a sexy rat that they was like. I did not know that that's what the story
Okay, you
was.
just keep building on top of yeah, you don't remember the owl? I
I
know
do
you
I
do.
do now, but like when I first read it, I was like, oh, like there's like a story about like a rat is out here just like
A
smashing,
Lothario rat?
yo, real talk, yo. Like he got all the ladies, yo. You know what I mean? Okay,
Oh,
but this makes
wow.
more sense. Real talk, yo. I'm like, yo, cause yo, how much is a rat out here doing that he got a rep like that? Rats be fucking in general.
Yeah,
But
that's
if
true,
you know
that's
what I'm
true. How are you going above and beyond what a rat
saying?
knows
Real
to
talk.
do?
Rats be doing it. So I was like, yo, if this rat is different, man, Flacco, I gotta read about you. They gotta be books, journals, fables. Forget that, yo.
Flacco's fable, yes.
Oh man. But yeah, the Flacco's law seeks to find a way to mitigate the city's rat population through means that would prevent other animals from being harmed by the incident. We can't poison our way out of this. We cannot kill our way out of this, said Council Member Sean Abreu.
Mm,
The pilot program will run for at least 12 months with inspectors making monthly checks to see how many pellets have been consumed across different neighborhoods. During the monthly inspections of the program areas, the department shall track the amount of rat contraceptive in each rat contraceptive dispenser.
sure.
It's only the city's latest shot at curbing its rat prolific procreation with contraceptives. Uh,
Okay, so, alright.
yeah.
Um, I mean, I guess I was going to say I rarely see baby rats, but that's not true. I saw 4 of them about a week ago,
Mm,
and I mean, they were rats, but they were little,
yeah.
and I was just like, "Oh, no," and I shook my keys because that's what I do when I'm walking the streets at night is I shake my keys so that they know to go away,
Right, right.
and so I did it, and they were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa," and then they ran back underneath whatever trash can they came from, and I was like, "They're babies, they shouldn't be out here like this."
Mm.
But then I thought, "But you know what? When you raise a child in New York City, they're gonna they're gonna mature fa of course they're gonna be out here in these streets. These streets are like, that's where they hang." And then I had to calm my brain down because I'm not writing some sort of teen rat movie.
Bro,
I'm not I'm not gonna do a Dazed and Confused with rats in New York City. Like, calm down, Shalewa. Don't do kids, but with rats. Like, take it down a notch. Oh man.
huh. You know
Uh
how
oh.
certain like people got like generational trauma. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Right?
Hmm.
Like I'm sure you've seen a video where like the reason why like black people like run when they laugh.
Oh wait, wait. I think I've seen that. Like a TikTok where someone's
Yeah,
explaining it.
yeah.
What was it again? Was it
The
because
like
we're not allowed to laugh, so to run from the overseer?
exactly, yeah. Like so like we
Okay.
still are programmed to do that. What if yo what if your key jingling
Uh huh.
is is generational trauma for rats. You know what
Like,
I mean? Like they hear the key jingle and they panic run
look, I don't care
because
why they're running, I just need them out from in front of me when I'm walking down the street,
I'm
and I
just
feel like keys is a good way of doing that. Because when
yo,
you
but
yell, they don't listen.
no, you're right. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. Like they don't run from people talking. But
Right.
what if like 4 generations ago, which for rats is only like 20 years? You know what I
If
mean? Like let's
that,
be
yeah,
that's like recent. You
yeah,
know? So like 4 generations back, great grandpa Rat Flacco, you know what I
uh-huh,
mean? He
sure.
was in these New York streets. He heard people talking, they didn't phase him. But when the keys jingled, that meant the janitor was about to put poison down and traps.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay,
So now the
alright,
baby
okay.
rats, when you jingle the keys, they already got the panic. They run. You know what I mean? They haven't been taught that, but
They know to do it.
they
I
know to
mean,
do it.
again, don't care how they got there, I just care if it works. If the trauma works out for me, that's fine.
That's fair. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm concerned about raising the like the cortisol levels of
Look,
the rats. You
we
know what I mean?
can't we can't be, like, giving them contraceptives and also be concerned about their emotional well-being. Like, it can't you know what I mean? It
Oh
can't be
man.
both. It can't be both.
Real
So
talk, B. Yo, I'm here for the rat therapy. You know what I mean? The group chats.
no,
Let's
no.
talk it out, rats.
I
Okay?
don't know about that. I am here for, the contraception, but,
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna make it hard, the lady rats are gonna be very moody, you know? They're probably gonna get some acne. I don't know if
Mm,
we discussed this really with them.
real
Probably
talk.
not. No one ever talks to women about the pills that they want them to take. Um, your breasts may be sore, ladies.
Ooh.
Just know that, you
Yeah, and
know?
they walk chest down. I'm so sorry, yo.
They walk
Oh,
just
that's
that.
so wrong.
So we're gonna see a bunch of rats in little shirts.
You know what I mean? You got titties rubbing on the floor and they saw? I'm so sorry for y'all, B. Y'all don't deserve that.
I mean, look, but here's the thing: are they going to put them in the same container with the poison, or are they in different containers? And if they're in different containers, are they labeled differently? Are they like are they like rose colored, or are they, you know what I mean?
Blue magic. You know what
It's
I
like,
mean?
what are we? Yeah, how are we? Do they have calendars? Like, how does it work? Mm.
Oh man. Yo, we got the real questions here, okay?
Yeah, I don't know if they thought all this through.
I'm telling you. Contrapest, yo, hit us up. We'll help y'all out, man.
Absolutely, we are consult. Look, if you're looking for premier rat consultants,
Yo,
rat thought. If you need rat
real
thought,
talk.
you really can't do better than me and Gastor.
Real talk.
It's
No one has gotten more in the rat mind than
yeah,
us two over the last 4 years.
we've really considered this in many ways, in ways that I'm sure you haven't. And I'm sure you probably have been working with rats, but we are in the brains.
Exactly.
We're
I'm in
yeah,
the heart.
we're in the yeah, we really we get down to the nitty-gritty. So just, make an
Oh
offer.
man.
Make an offer.
Oh man. In other news, who dreams this crap up? Says Kevin O'Leary, who just slammed a new regulation that allows employees to ignore their bosses after hours. That's right. He says he will fire workers who put their phones on silent. Is
I
your
wish a
boss texting you?
motherfucker would.
That's right. If your boss is texting you after work, uh, to please fix something in an email while you're on vacation. In some countries, you can now simply ignore all of these notes once you're off the clock. Australia recently joined the ranks of countries like France, Spain, and Belgium by passing a right to disconnect law, which came into effect at the end of August. This legislation allows employees to step away from work related communications outside of their official working hours, ensuring that personal time remains personal. While this development is welcome news for many workers in Australia, not everyone is on board. Shark Tank personality and investor Kevin O'Leary is one of the outspoken critics of the legislation. Uh,
Boo! What do I
real
care
talk.
about what anyone on Shark Tank thinks? That's not Mark Cuban,
Real talk, yo.
and
This is
even
wild,
then, what do I care? Like,
yo.
yeah,
When stuff like this comes out, like you're rich. I'm not denying that, Kevin. Okay,
right.
and you're successful, but
Mhm,
like you're still at a place where you're doing business,
mhm,
right? Like you're not out the game. Like you're not retired. You're not all stocks.
right.
So if you're still out here working, when you say stuff like this, do you think people say, "Oh, I want to work for Kevin"?
Um, no, I think it makes him seem like he thinks he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
I think he thinks he's a tough guy, and by saying tough guy things, I don't think he's concerned about people who wanna work for him. I
Okay.
think it's more to signal his peers. It's not for the underneath people, he's never thinking about the people underneath. He's
Right.
thinking about the lateral moves and who's on his level. Other, I guess, maybe CEO type people or,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs or shit like that. So, that's who you're trying to out tough. So, if you're just like, "Ah, these folks underneath me, they think this and this. If it were me, I'm blah blah blah. This is how I do things, and I'm the top dog." And then you're saying that to other perceived top dogs. That's
Yeah.
who he's concerned with, I think. And honestly, I say, fuck all of y'all.
Word.
Go
I
with yeah.
it's a stupid word. And like the thing is, like on some real shit, like there are people. who I fully understand you need access to. This
Mhm.
article ain't about them. Real
Right.
talk. Like if you're the CEO and like you need to reach the CFO,
Mhm.
yeah, you get paid different. That person probably does have different access.
Right.
But that person ain't who's being covered by this 9 to 5 law.
Right.
You know, that dude's getting paid, $1 million a year. Like that's a different thing. This is for people making 50 to 80 grand that report to them.
Right. Also, okay, so it says here that this O'Leary guy said, what happens if you have an event in the office and it's closed, or you have an emergency somewhere and you have to get a hold of them at 2 in the morning because it affects the job they're working on? That's what he questioned. And then if employees start ignoring their boss's calls, texts, and emails outside of work hours, an after hour emergency might have to wait until the next business day, which he finds unacceptable. When asked whether he'd ever encountered employees who silenced their phones outside of work, he didn't hesitate with his response. The next moment is, I just fire him. Yeah, fuck you, man.
Real talk, B.
Like, what are you even? Okay. w- w- What are you talking about? Like, people talk that whole work life balance a lot.
Hmm.
You hear that talk a lot in offices. Oh, I hope you find a work life balance and this, that, and the third. And they don't mean it. It's like the offices. I don't even know if you know about this, that there are offices or jobs that offer unlimited paid time off,
Okay.
right? And so it's just you can take, as long as you're getting your job done, technically, I guess, as long as you're getting your job done, you can take as much paid time off as you want to. It's unlimited. You just put in a request for it. But what's not spoken about is how the vibe in the office is such that you get the feeling that if you were to request a day off, you are harassed so much and made to think that you won't have a job when you come back, and all this stuff, like the psychological damage that comes from working in an office is insane.
Mm,
It's insane. And I've worked in a couple of offices and I've seen it happen. And I haven't worked any place where it's life or death.
right.
I've never worked anywhere that's where it's life or death. Um but the way that you are expected to do things and be at the beck and call of someone, um, whether or not it's your job, like to do so, or just like at the detriment of your own life.
Right.
It's truly horrible. I think it might be uniquely American. I'm sure. I
Mm,
mean, I feel like European countries kind of have that shit under control a bit.
yeah. That
Um,
whole list I read was all
yeah,
European places.
but, like, it's definitely America is very, like, pull yourself up, be a individual, work for yourself, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but also, "Here's my company, I need you to be able to take care of everything and be at my beck and call,"
Yeah.
and that's ridiculous. Yeah, so I don't get work emails on my phone, which for a while and before COVID, that was the standard. You don't get any emails on your no work emails on your phone. Um, but then after COVID, people were like, "Well, my phone is my main outside computer or
Right.
whatever," and they would do that and check it. And now, someone's like, "Oh, didn't you see the email?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't get work email on my phone." And they're like, "You don't?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Remember 5 years ago? That was the norm here."
Real talk.
I'm like, bad enough that we have a phone number of some of our coworkers. Y'all can text me and see what
Yeah.
happened. But what happens is because I mean, I don't know. It's also there are people where it is their job to be available.
Yeah, I'm with you. It exists. You a
Yeah.
doctor. There's certain shifts, I get it. But man,
Yeah.
like I,
I
I
mean,
felt it and I never understood why. Cause like my two longest career jobs,
mhm,
I sold potato chips,
right.
I sold sofas.
Right.
None of these are stressful situations like that, my G.
They shouldn't be,
They
right.
shouldn't be. And I still like I genuinely appreciate the time I spent at Frito.
Mhm.
Dope products. I respect what they do, but I will never forget the gangster that the manager that was training me approached potato chip sales. And like, I was like, yo, this is just chips. Like, that's why I thought this was gonna be fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, we was walking through a supermarket, and like, Frito Lay dominates the area. Like, they're the
Mhm.
majority of the aisle. And there was something that was like half a foot over that he had to move, and we technically didn't even have that space. It's just it was unclaimed. So he moves some stuff, puts our shit there, and I'm like, yo, we could do that. And he goes, we Frito Lay, we could do what the fuck we want.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, yo, you that's what that's how we doing it out here over chips. Like,
Yeah.
yo.
Serious. It's
And
serious.
like he carried himself and everything work related with that like level of like tension.
Mhm.
And I'm like, bro, like this ain't the block. Like, it's
Right.
chips.
It's just
Yo,
chips.
like, we supposed to be chill.
Yeah, but for some people it is.
Yeah.
And to those people, I say, keep your phone on.
Real talk.
But guess what? Don't I'm not gonna be the one. I don't know. I think and I it's not that I used to be some like, yeah, no, call me for whatever. I mean, it is like part of my current job
Right,
description
right.
is to be available for after hour things. And I'm like, I mean, give it a try. Call me and see if I answer. You know what I mean? Maybe I can handle it. And sometimes I'm like, "Oh, I at least now know when things pop up what I really need to get up and handle and what I'm like,
Right.
nah, that'll be fine. That can wait."
Yeah.
But I mean, like I had to handle a thing that happened in here. It was probably like 9 or 9 p.m. or something like that here, but
Yeah.
I was in Australia, so I was in the day before. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm handling shit that happened yesterday for me. And I'm like 15 hours ahead. And so I'm like, okay, like trying to do this with limited because I'm like, because I'm the
Yo.
contact person
Yeah.
and they don't have a contact person for anyone else. I'm that person. And I'm like, well, let me just go ahead and do this thing then. But I
Yo.
wasn't happy. I was
Straight up.
I was not happy. I was like,
Mm-mm. I'm not about
okay.
it. And
So
anytime I've seen this that's validly a thing, um, what I feel like should happen is somebody should be assigned to that shift for that period.
right,
You know what
right.
I mean? If there's a potential 2 a.m. problem, there should be
Exactly.
someone who is a 2 a.m. worker for that week.
That's kind of how I feel, and I don't know if that's me trying to not have to do my job because that's ultimately what I am. But I also am like, but like, let's think about what it is we really do here
Yeah,
and how how likely it is that something is like really going down
real
in a
talk.
way that like if it's not fire, what are we doing? Like,
Seriously, B.
if it's not fire, the place we got the place locked up like Fort Knox. So if it ain't a fire, I don't know why I gotta put my bra back on and go down there and see what's
Yo,
happening.
real
Get
talk.
out of here.
The chips
So,
are in the bag.
but yes, chips are in the bag.
Chips are in the
What
bag.
do you want? I
Real
can't.
talk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drive a truck now just because. Yeah, no, turn your phones off when you leave. Turn your phones off. Leave on time. Look, these motherfuckers don't care about you. Leave on time. Take all of your paid time off and turn your phone off. Don't answer Nathan unless
Yo,
you absolutely have to.
every person that is about this doesn't have a job where they have to do it themselves.
Yes,
All of
exactly.
these 2 a.m. call shits, they in bed.
They are
Them
in
dudes is
bed
chilling.
or they are in Atlantic City or they are balls
Straight
deep in
up.
somebody they should not be balls deep in.
Hmm. When
Let
they
them
call you, they talking shit about the call before you. They're like, yo, watch them do this dude.
Yeah,
Like, they hyped
exactly.
about being an asshole.
Let them deal with it.
Real
You can
talk.
say no. You
Mm-mm.
can say no.
Shut that shit down, B. Meanwhile, I don't got any job, so don't listen to me at all, actually.
I
Like,
mean,
just to be
like,
clear.
I'm really not the don't I'm not sure
I'm
I'm the
being
one
real
to listen
gangster,
to on
but
this. Yeah, yeah. But don't listen to that guy. That guy's on Shark Tank for the love of God.
finally, a Paulsbo woman, her home was overrun by 1,000 raccoons after
Wait,
3 decades of feeding them.
100 raccoons.
Oh, 100 raccoons. Okay, wow.
A
Okay,
1,000
real talk.
raccoons is like
1,000 raccoons is wild work. I didn't even know they had 1,000 raccoons, period, over there. Uh, I got excited just because of the numbers. Okay.
uh-huh. That's still a lot.
That's still a lot. A woman living near Paulsbo's home was
Pole
recent.
Polesbow?
Polsbo.
Who knows? I think it's Polesbow.
I'm going with Polsbo.
Okay.
Polsbo's home
This is in
was,
Washington State, I think.
yeah, Washington
Okay.
State, Kitsap County, was recently invaded by over 100 raccoons last week. The woman said she's been feeding raccoons in the area for almost 4 decades, but on October 3rd, she was surrounded by the animals and contacted authorities for help. Kitsap County deputies eventually came to her rescue after she was forced to run away in her car to escape the raccoons. The woman told deputies she'd been feeding nearby raccoons for about 35 years, but didn't experience the inundation until around 6 weeks ago. The woman said the raccoons surrounded her day and night, demanding food. They was talking.
Whoa.
Yo, she also noted she's been quoted prices as high as $500 per raccoon to trap and relocate them. Yo, this is a hustle.
Let me tell you something.
Yo.
Raccoon don't fucking I cannot stress this enough. They got thumbs. Don't fuck with raccoons. They have
Yo.
thumbs. Do you
Yeah.
understand? They want you to feed them, and if you don't, they're just gonna go through your trash. And if you have a lock on your trash can, the motherfuckers can pick the lock because they have thumbs.
Real
They will
talk.
go through your trash. They will get in your apartment. They will go through your documents. They will steal your identity. They are not stupid. I can't stress this enough. During the soft shutdown of COVID, right?
Mhm.
Everything's locked down. Trash is picked up whenever they feel like it. And then we start to get kind of on a schedule, but things are still locked down. I saw so many raccoons in the streets of Bushwick. And I was just like, how did y'all get here? And you know how they got here? They memorized the trash pickup schedule. I only saw them on my street on trash night. Only. Big huge raccoons. And remember, I'm from the South. And I've seen a raccoon wearing a Jeezy Snowman t-shirt once. Huge. These huge raccoons were out here just feasting.
I
And I'm
love it.
like, don't make eye contact. You make eye contact, they're going to steal your soul and then your identity. And then they're going to fuck up your credit. One of my best friends loves like feeding animals. She's one of these animals people.
Uh-uh.
And she keeps threatening to like befriend a raccoon and have it in the house. And I just keep saying, please don't. Please don't do this. Please, I can't stress enough.
Yo.
Do not let a raccoon in your house. You're not I just stop.
It's not your place anymore.
It's not no, it's not. It would not be her place anymore.
Yeah.
She would live happily with a whole house of raccoons.
Nah, B.
She's my most Grey Gardens friend. I love her to
Mm-mm.
death, and I can't stress. She recently made a trip to Korea where they have like a very popular raccoon, like
Okay.
a well-known, maybe on social media raccoon that you can go visit, like go to a place where they keep this raccoon and visit with them and take pictures. And
Huh.
she posted a picture of her hanging out with this raccoon, and I was like, you know, if you steal that raccoon, you're gonna that's breaking laws in at least 2 countries. You cannot do that.
Oh my God.
Please don't bring this extremely famous raccoon home. Please don't do
Yeah.
this. Please
He's
don't do
already
this.
spoiled. He's chilling.
So these people who keep feeding, have you seen the raccoons of Central Park?
Nah.
Yes. They people go out there and they put out their food and they're like, "Oh, raccoons coming tonight." Have you seen those cartoons where it's just like it's dark and then just a bunch of little eyes?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like in Central Park.
Nah,
And
I want
then
no parts
no
of that.
shit, about 50 raccoons.
I'm good. Nah,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Do
Mm-mm.
y'all stop. I stop
They not
fucking with
cute.
these raccoons. They're not particularly
Yo,
cute.
you get tricked because everything they do, it looks like a little person. The thumb thing, they can hold shit. You
They
know what
got
I
a
mean?
little
They
mask
could
on.
yeah, they got the little
Mhm.
mask on, they can kind of stand up. Nah,
Yeah.
man. Don't get it
Yeah.
twisted.
Mm-mm.
They out for your shit.
They want your stuff.
That's what happened here. I think she thought it was being like helpful. She was feeding the little raccoons. They went through her garbage. They realized, oh, she got money.
Right.
You real
Does
talk.
she? Because, well, no, that's right. It was $500 per raccoon.
Yeah.
She had 100. Yeah, no, that's going to be a lot of money.
Yo, it's 50 racks.
Also, no place can handle relocating
Yeah.
100 raccoons. No one has those many traps.
Real talk.
500 is honestly a song. 500 per raccoon? That's nothing.
Real talk. That shit is not happening. Okay.
No. Yeah.
That shit's getting outsourced. Now you got people like showing up
The
from
whole
Craigslist.
Pacific Northwest is out here trying to trap these damn raccoons.
They own that house. That's their spot now.
Yeah, that's their spot.
Just give it up.
Take your important papers and leave, ma'am.
Real talk. Hope they give them to you.
Hope they get. Yeah, hope no
Real
one's already opened up accounts or
Real
renting
talk.
an apartment.
Oh man.
God.
If you would like to help relocate these poor raccoons, you know what I mean?
If any of you send me a raccoon, I swear to God.
Real, this is the only time I'm with these other states. You know what I mean? Bus all the immigrants to New York. They need a place, but no raccoons getting busted.
Don't send no raccoons up here.
No raccoons.
I wonder if that's how they got here during COVID. It's just on the Greyhound. Gastor, I saw one raccoon here once in a tree, and I was just like, how did you get here?
Real
like,
talk,
what
yo.
plane did you just land from? I've only seen the one. And then to see, like, because I saw them later on another street that had trash on another trash night. And I was just like, oh, so you know the schedule. And a cat was looking at him like, what are you doing here? Like, it was
real talk. This is my streets.
Yeah, yo. I don't even know what kind of agreement the raccoons made with the street cats of the, like what kind of mafioso fucking 5 families meeting they had of bodega / street cats and raccoons and rats.
If you would like to see,
mice, I would like to see. Actually, I would like to see that.
Real
meeting.
talk. This animal spinoff for the Warriors. All you gotta do is like subscribe to the show, baby.
Actually, yeah, no, that I would like to see.
Real talk. It sounds fun. If you're an Apple Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You want to make it a musical. It's too ambitious.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a
we
lot,
don't want to hear how pigeons sing.
5 stars. You want it to be, like a neon film. I kind of with that. Black and white, a little bit of red.
Okay. Oh wow, we're gonna go. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I
can do this. You know what I mean?
We're gonna put them in trench coats.
Yeah.
Lots of lighting through the blinds. Okay. All right.
Oh man, if you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Delora, Beatrix Kiddo, and FCBLJ. Always appreciate y'all. With all that said, I am the head of photography, Gastor Almonte, with the director, writer.
Oh wow. Okay.
Shalewa Sharpe.
Yeah. That sounds fine. I can do. I'm sure I can. I'm sure they take direction.
Yeah.
I'm
sure
sure
with animals
raccoons.
before, I'm sure.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Years of Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. It would be screaming when I saw one. As long as we don't bring no possums in here, I think we're good.
Good. You got the keys to do it for the rats. We can work this out.
Yeah. We can handle
it. This has been a bonus episode of 4 years.
Yep.
Catch y'all next time. Peace.